So, here we are, 25 years later, an army of dedicated owner-employees and miles of smooth paved legacy. Here's where that journey began.
Back in 1988, with the decision of the provincial government of that time to privatize the road and bridge maintenance, it's really through a stroke of a pen that caused this opportunity to create Mainroad.
The whole process took about a year to unfold once the Premier made the announcement that he was going to privatize the maintenance of highways.
You kind of figured that if you kept your nose clean and you did your job, you had a job for life, right? And then all of a sudden this thing comes through that they're going to privatize you.
It was a huge change for all of us. We were all government workers for quite a few years, and we basically just kind of worked for wages.
They offered a carrot that if valid employee groups would form, they would sole source with them for the first contract.
And it's really amazing how the employee group at that time seized the opportunity and took a lot of risk in investing their own personal finances.
We had no outside money. All the money that was raised was by employees.
I ran around with trying to collect $25 and $50 from guys every payday and wrote out receipts. And I think that receipt book is still around here somewhere.
And it wasn't necessarily for everybody. There was a lot of tension and a lot of pressure on them not to do it from the union, and they were convincing everybody that they'd get this whole program overturned.
We all realized one thing. We all knew our job fairly well, but we didn't know how to run a company.
So the poor individuals were completely out of their depth.
At my age, you're sort of like at a rock and a hard spot. So you get with it or else.
Certainly they did not do so whimsically. It was a lot of stress at the time for them, but they could see the future. They could see the opportunity.
We were absolutely over the moon after having talked about it for a year, finally having achieved our first contract. It was just an unbelievable good feeling that we'd accomplished something. But like the dog chasing the car, you had to know what to do with the car once you got it. And that's what the first 3 years was all about. And we said, one of the founding principles was, you didn't have to be a shareholder if you were an employee, but you had to be an employee if you were going to be a shareholder.
The idea was to keep it in our hands, to keep it all under one roof. But we were going to need a much bigger roof.
One little company, one little maintenance company, and we diversified into 14 or 15 other companies now.
Mainroad has gotten to the size it is today based on the initiatives by the executives and by the employees, because it was always asked if this is an employee-owned company. So it was always put out to the employees if you want to stay status quo or grow. It was a questionnaire put out to the employees, and everyone responded with a high percentage that they wanted to see the company grow.
The way we want our organization structured is that we are not reliant on one specific customer or one specific segment of our business, to be very broad. And with that comes acquisitions, and I think how we grow.
Mainroad decided to diversify even before we got our fourth maintenance contract area. It was our salt division. There was an opportunity for us in the Lower Mainland to start that business. So that was started, I believe, in 1996.
We got into other maintenance contracts with the local municipalities, big time in 1999.
We took Cranbrook, the East Kootenay contract, in 2001, at that point becoming the largest maintenance contractor in the province, having 4 maintenance contracts. We also acquired a ready-mix operation, Salvador Ready Mix, which helped to complement our operations in the Kootenays.
In 2009, we took on a new product in the name of Easy Street Asphalt. We have the right to distribute the product in BC all the way east to Ontario. Really, apart from acquiring businesses, we also have done a number of what I call organic startup.
We went on to start our own pavement marking company. We started our own electrical company, Mainroad Transtronics, and since then we've acquired Genie Contracting.
I've become an advocate for Genie to Mainroad as well as Mainroad to Genie to make sure that we have ideas from both sides that are rolled into each operation.
We've gotten into the civil construction end as well as Raylock Power.
That also gave us a strong backing in terms of going after some of the what we call the P3 projects, where in those P3 projects, the expectation is that you provide pretty well what we call all-fund services.
The growth has been amazing, and I think that the employees and the management group that we have really driven that growth. We've got a lot of dedicated people.
I would say nobody out there can provide all the services under the same roof.
When the operators are the owners, a whole new world opens up. When it belongs to you, you care that much more.
Being an owner in a company was new to all of us. We'd never been there before.
I'm a shareholder now. From my point of view, that changed the situation.
Certainly got the culture of Mainroad off on the right foot, and it gave us another opportunity to speak to employees on a different level.
As a shareholder, you hold a lot of power, number one, but also you're out there working. You know what the company is doing. It's the best investment you can make.
One of the main reasons I specifically wanted to join Mainroad was the share ownership.
You tend to get more involved in the day-to-day activities to understand what's going on.
For a young person like myself, it's a very exciting part of becoming a Mainroad employee.
When you're an owner, you start thinking like an owner. Just driving that truck, treating it like your own.
Any employee in this company knows that there's an opportunity there for them to grow with the company.
We all have roles to play, whether you're the president, the general manager, the ops guy, the guy that drives the truck.
Although it's turning into a large corporation, the mentality and the culture is still a family-run business where they care for all their employees.
All the guys were great. We used to get together for our own little private Christmas parties for our crew. A lot of memories back there. Guys were great.
Like these guys, these are regular people. We had a sport night out, and Doug Bjornson's got a wicked hook shot.
Our employee retention rate is very high. Once people join Mainroad, they don't want to leave.
95% of the employees that ever left Mainroad were through retirement. Nobody generally quit, which I think is a testament to the values of Mainroad and the belief and being shareholders. And I think that's one of the biggest retention pieces from an HR standpoint is that ownership.
They promote safety, quality, teamwork, and in those few aspects, you will get to a profitable organization.
Pride is very evident throughout the organization, the quality of work, dedication of the people, and the team spirit.
I really do think Mainroad has been a standout in our recent community volunteer program. We've been doing it for 2 years now. Mainroad were, I think, one of the key leaders in getting the program started, and have really sort of gone above and beyond the call of duty, whether it's the Critter Care Wildlife Society work that was done here in the Lower Mainland, or whether it was working with the Scouts of Canada on Vancouver Island. They've done a great job on that program and really have delivered amazing community volunteer projects for the communities in which they work and serve.
And for 25 years, Mainroad's been doing whatever it takes to get the job done right.
The reputation of Mainroad in the province is just exceptional. Mainroad is known as a company that gets the job done. Their service quality is known to be excellent. They deliver on time, they deliver on budget, especially when delivering winter maintenance services. Mainroad knows that winter maintenance is one of the core and key services that the public expects.
They maintain the roads that their families and friends travel. So I think it's very important for them that they do a great job, because they know it could be their wife or their son or their daughter or their parents driving that same road that they're maintaining.
There is not a particular budget to safety. It is whatever it's going to take, we're willing to do.
Quality is number one. That was always kind of our value, is that quality, teamwork. With that in mind, we became ISO certified partway through our existence, and that has carried on with the maintenance contracts and how they do the work, but also with the other businesses. We want to make sure that they all adopt the same philosophies.
We always know that they're doing the job. We don't have to spend a lot of time focusing on the services they delivered. We know Mainroad's taken their responsibility seriously. We know that they care about all of the members of the public that are using the highway system.
There was an incident on the Alex Fraser Bridge where we have a morning and an afternoon patrol that stays primarily on the bridge. And that individual, he found a car that looked like it was stalled on the bridge, so he pulled up to do his routine check. The driver was actually looking to commit suicide, but he sprung into action, grabbed the lady from off the railing, and actually sat with her until the paramedics came. That exemplifies what Mainroad's all about.
The only thing more exciting than the road behind us is the road ahead.
What we've done through the years with Mainroad is we've actually set some goals, and we've achieved them all. And I think we've got some pretty aggressive goals again, all of which I think are achievable.
It's very exciting. It's got its challenges. We have lots of challenges with that growth, but it's very exciting. It's nice being part of that group that can say that we're growing and not being stagnant anymore.
The best thing being at Mainroad is the next 5 years is very, very exciting in terms of career opportunities, learning opportunities, and growth.
The sky's the limit for Mainroad. Here we are 25 years later, operating in 15 different companies.
Our vision is more sort of growing to be a national player in terms of just strictly BC, Alberta.
Ultimately, we would really want to see the company be known as one of the top 50 employers in Canada. That's quite an ambitious goal, but I think where the company's come from and how it's got to where it is today, I see no reason why we can't get there.
So congratulations to Mainroad on 25 excellent years serving the people of British Columbia. It's been a great run of 25 years. You do great work for all of the people of this province, provide amazing services, put your heart and soul into it. I want to congratulate you on the accomplishment of 25 years of great service.
A quarter century, this is our legacy. From a small contracting company with the vision, with the drive, to one of BC's most diversified groups of civil infrastructure, maintenance, and product businesses. Our legacy, all of ours. And we will continue to build on that legacy. And so much more. 1 mile at a time.